Let us talk about 4G or 4G technology. 4G means fourth generation, and we talk about the introduction of this, the objectives and approaches of 4G technologies, the development from 1G to 2G, 3G, and now the 4G, and the principal technologies, the development so far, and applications and advantages. So 4G, what is 4G? It's a short term for fourth generation wireless. Fourth generation. So it's still in research, but the stage of broadband mobile communication that supersedes the 3G. Now 4G is available. People are using it, and it is actually expected that end-to-end IP and high quality streaming video will be amongst 4G distinguishing features, because the speed is quite high. So a 4G system will be able to provide a comprehensive IP solution where voice, data, stream, multimedia can be given to the users on anytime, anywhere. So all voice, data, and this combined anytime, anywhere concept is what 4G is all about. And most importantly is the higher data rates that 3G or various generations prior to this were lacking. So it will be a fully IP based integrated system. This is IP, Internet Protocol, and this will be IP based, which is capable of providing between around 100 Mbps to 1 Gbps. So we are essentially talking about 1 Gbps, gigabit per second, in both an indoor and outdoor, with high quality and high security. Now most of the companies, they say that okay, we are going to give you this much speed, but what about the quality? What about the drops? What about the security? This all will be there. So it was launched in 2010. Now it's 2015, so everything is there. The 4G is being developed to accommodate the quality of service QoS and the rate requirements set by forthcoming applications. Now there are certain consortium which decides it. So basic thing is the quality of service. Now multimedia service is there, wireless broadband service is there, video chat, mobile TV, digital video broadcasting, high network capacity, the data rate of 100 Mbps for mobile and 1 Gbps if you are stationary. So even if you are moving in a speedy manner, you should get at least 100 Mbps. And there has to be smooth handoffs between heterogeneous network. If you go from one place to another, there has to be a very smooth handoff. Call should not drop, and there has to be seamless connectivity and global roaming across multiple networks. This is the timeline from 1G to 4G, and now 5G is also there. People are talking about 5G. The first generation, the 1G, it was wireless mobile communication system introduced in 1980s. So this 1G was purely analog, and it was supported by the first generation of analog cell phones with the speeds up to 2.4 kbps. So at that point the cell phones would have speed of 2.4 kbps, and it is analog. Then the second generation came, this 2G, late in 1980s. So it was actually for voice transmission with digital signals, and the speeds up to 64 kbps. This was 2.4 kbps. This was 64 kbps. Then came the third generation, that is 3G, which was based on UMTS, that is Universal Mobile Telecommunication Standard, and it was developed in late 1990s. So 3G is not only providing the transmission speed of 125 kbps to 2 Mbps. So essentially we are talking about 2 Mbps here, but it also included the data services and also global roaming, superior voice and wide video quality. So 3G, when it came, it sort of revolutionized thing, but still the problem persists. That's why we have talked about 4G. So 4G is now available, and 4G is 1 Gbps. It has to be this because the consortium decides. And beyond this 4G we have 5G. with incredible transmission speed with no limitation for access and zone size. Okay, these are the generation timeline. These are the technologies from 1G to 4G. These are the years. Okay, after 2010, 2011, because most of the Western countries, they get it early, and the developing countries, it takes some time. So in India, it came in to early 2014. Now it is in most of the places. So the services in 1G it was analog only, 2G it was digital voice and SMS, then 2.5 GB or 2 GB it was higher capacity packetized data and minutes, and then 3G it was higher capacity and broadband data, and now 4G higher capacity, completely IP and multimedia. The standards were, let us not discuss about this because this is quite into the detail of technicality. But I would like to talk about the 3G. It was CDMA, that is CDMA 2000, and the bandwidth was 4G is providing this. These all are while you are moving, right? Now 4G is it has promised 1 Gbps, but at least you should get to 100 Mbps. While in this case you should get this one. So see the jump. This was kbps, and these are Mbps or Gbps, right? And the multiplexing was in 4G it is CDMA, and previously it was FDMA or TDMA. So this core network was 4G only internet, right? It was previously using the PSTN lines, telephone networks line. Then came the packet network, and now the internet. So how this 1 Gbps wireless access will work? So the technology behind it is MIMO, multiple input, multiple output. This is the transmitter, this is the receiver. There are multiple input and multiple output. There are multiple output, multiple input. So we have a multi-path channel. This is encoding how it is done from going to TX, and this is the receivers. These are the receiver. So some demultiplexing has been done. This is totally IP based, and the spectrum efficiency target is say 10 bit per hertz, and demultiplexing method is the key. This is the main aspect of our MIMO or 1 Gbps wireless access, that is 4G. There are various companies which are following it. These are some of the foreign countries. In India we have Airtel and many other countries, many other companies which are following it, and already people are having 4G in their mobile. So the applications, why we are talking about 4G? The application of 4G are called killer applications, as it is going to bring the revolution into the internet world. Why? High speed data rates, only 2 to 3 minutes movie download, high security video conferencing, higher bandwidth, and global roaming. Global roaming is very important because it will be IP based, so you can go anywhere. Internet is everywhere. Advantages is again high speed. You have 1 Gbps of speed, global standard because IP based. So 4G will be a global standard, and it is no longer just limited to a single system. Low cost is because access technology, services, and application can unlimitedly be run through wireless backbone or wireline backbone using IP address. So because it is IP based, it is low cost. These are the few 4G phones. Basically, you need to have that technology inbuilt for it to have a 4G. So you can, nowadays you have a mobile which is having 4G. It can be through Wi-Fi. It can be distributed to various other systems. And what is the future of 4G? It is 5G, which will complete WWW. Previously it was World Wide Web, World Wide Web, but now it will be World Wide Wireless Web. Please watch it carefully. It is wireless web. So the idea of WWW, 4 Ws, is World Wide Wireless Web, which is started from 4G technologies. The following evolution will be based on 4G. And the completed, this idea will have real wireless world. There will be no wire. So we have 5G. This 5G should make an important difference and add more services, benefits to the world over 4G. The 5G should be more intelligent technology that interconnects the entire world without limits. And the conclusion, as the history of mobile communication shows, attempts were made to reduce the number of technologies to a single global standard. Now we are, going towards it, and 4G is a very promising technology, and it will change people's life. And 4G is expected to be launched by 2010 because it has already been launched. People are using it, so entire globe will be connected. Thank you so much. Take care.